Hey guys, welcome back to 100 Line Last Bits Academy 2. Let's carry on where we left off. We're not involved in any sort of killing game this time around, so it looks like our antagonist has decided to slaughter us the old-fashioned way, in our classic murder mystery whodunit. I may not be the Grim Reaper, but that's not stopping a few people from thinking I'm the one responsible, including Ima, who's isolated himself after losing Kako, who happened to have the most mysterious death of all. So let's get to the bottom of this locked room mystery by exploring the secret way out of the gym. And slowly, we made our way down the long ladder. Eventually, I felt my toes touching solid ground. What I saw there was the escape pod. Isn't this... You know this thing? Yeah, remember what I told you before? This is the escape pod that deploys on the last day. Huh? No way. Damn. Does that mean if we can get inside, we can go to the artificial satellite? We ran to the entrance of the pod and checked the door. There was a note pinned to it. The door to this pod automatically opens on day 100. No manual override available. Well, how courteous of whoever it was to put a note on here in case we found the secret room. Despite the note, we kept looking around for a way to open it manually. However, we were unable to find anything. Nope. This thing can't be opened from outside. How about we use a crowbar to pry it open? Then the pod becomes useless once outer space becomes a vacuum. So we have no choice but to wait until day 100. We'll have to give up on the idea of boarding the pod before then. Shit! If only we could trick the AI into thinking it was day 100 or something. As long as the bacteria doesn't start chewing away at it and poking holes. By the way, have you guys forgotten why we came down here in the first place? Of course not. We were trying to solve the locked room case, weren't we? Yeah. Hideko and I thoroughly investigated the gym after discovering Kako's body. But if the killer had been hiding in the storeroom, or the ladder shaft at the time, couldn't possibly have found them. Then after you and Hideko left the gym, the killer got out and walked through the exit like nothing ever happened. Which means Kako really was killed. Well, were we all accounted for at that time? We don't have concrete proof of that yet. However, this does disprove the previous notion that it couldn't possibly have been murder. Wait. Assuming for a moment she was murdered, wouldn't that also prove the killer was an outsider? Because when we found Kako's body, Takemaru, Shoma, and I were in the infirmary, whereas everyone else was in the gym. No, not everyone else. 2 were missing. That's right. Darumi and Ima. Ima couldn't have been the killer. He worshipped the ground she walked on. Darumi, though, said she was playing slots or something? She could have been lying through her goddamn teeth. But it's always possible that an outsider did it. You made that life detection device yourself. Unless you're telling me you made that number up, or that there's a zombie around? I did no such thing. That was the correct number. But the killer could have already gotten away by the time I finished making the device, right? Yep. A lot of unfortunate gaps that the killer could have taken advantage of. Just then, I noticed something out of the corner of my eye. An item on the ground next to the cockpit of the escape pod. Caught my eye for some reason, and I walked slowly over to pick it up. Hey, what's that? I.T. Ima Tsukumo. A handkerchief? Could have been held by a certain other person who is confirmed to have been possessed by Gi and transported to another timeline entirely by Hideko herself. So it seems. I see something embroidered on it. That reads... It? Was like Pennywise, the clown? Information technology? Or maybe just it, as in It Girl? Could it be referring to initials of a name? I wonder... Ima... Tsukumo? Whoopsie daisy. We're about to get led way off track, aren't we? It's all thanks to the fact that we've completed another route, the Box of Calamity route, that we might have some inkling of what's going on, but I gotta keep an open mind, because I don't want to tunnel vision, right, and get led astray because of an assumption I've made that's happened in another route entirely. When we exited the gym, we saw that it was already nighttime. I asked Takemaru and Tsubasa to gather the others before heading to Ima's room myself. Come out, Ima! I need to ask you about something. Somehow it felt like he would keep hiding if I'd told him about the handkerchief. So I decided not to say anything for now. We found a clue that may lead us to Kako's killer. I made that assertion even though I had no solid proof she had been killed because I wanted to get him out of the room. A short while later, I heard the door being unlocked. And then Ima appeared from behind it. You believe me about my dear sister being murdered? Yes. Can you come with me? Slowly but surely. Ima nodded in assent. What, you trust me? You don't think I'm going to stab you in the back? Traveling alone with me? Seems like a death wish. Takamaru, Tsubasa, and I took everyone to the storeroom where the escape pod was being kept. We told them how we had found the place and how the pod could only be used on day 100. After climbing back out, we all headed to the cafeteria. Nice little tour that we made to present our case, I guess.
Huh?
So what was the clue that you found? Before that, I need to check something with Darumi. On day 27, when we found Kako's body, were you really playing slots at that time?
Huh? You're still suspicious of me? I'm suspicious of you! Guys, he's the killer, alright? That's why I'm still not participating in any battles or anything. Then check the machine's play log. Then you'll know for sure I was playing around that time. How could I possibly have stabbed Shoma if I'd been hiding in that storeroom the whole time? The only way out of that place is through that tunnel, right? I wouldn't have been able to get out of the gym until the coast was clear.
Mayhaps you clambered out of the escape pod's elevator shaft.
I'm no Spider-Woman, and that shaft has no footholds. It's impossible to climb.
The ceiling of that shaft is covered with a thick wall. It's not something that can be opened by human hands.
How about this? You were the one to kill Kako, but not the one to stab Shoma.
You're suggesting there were two culprits?
Indeed I am. And does the number 2 ring any bells with regard to the situation?
When we found Shoma's body, there were 2 people missing from the scene. You're suspicious of me as well? Ima's face twisted into a grimace. I hesitated for a moment when I saw his expression, but decided to show everyone the handkerchief we'd found. This is the clue I was talking about. We found it in the escape pod storeroom. The letters IT have been embroidered on it. Are these initials? Wait till we find out that Ima's got his handkerchief and there's a duplicate or something.
Wouldn't that refer to Ima Tsukumo?
I thought so. This is your handkerchief, right, Ima? And the fact that it was in the storeroom means... Sir Ima killed Lady Kako? Are you out of your mind? Me! Kill my very own dear sister! I didn't think that was possible either. Unless Ima was the one to stab Shoma and Darumi was the one to kill Kako. Ima dropped the handkerchief in the storeroom when he was casing the joint.
I told you it wasn't me!
You think Miss Amamiya and I were accomplices? Yeah, now you know how I feel getting accused of shit randomly. At least we got evidence on this part. Mind you, I've got a history of killing with Eito, but still. And that I tacitly approved of my dear sister's murder? That's no different from accusing me of killing my dear sister myself. You're all crazy. I can't believe that thought even crossed your minds. So you deny the charge? Of course I do!
Then explain yourself. Why was your handkerchief in the storeroom?
That's because...
You see, you're feeling guilty.
No. No! No, 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 no! Ah! Ima dashed out of the cafeteria screaming. Wait, Ima! We all dashed after him. The heck? He's panicking. He knows it looks bad. Ima grabbed the fire extinguisher in the entrance hall before running outside. We followed him as he ran out of the building. He was running at full speed through the schoolyard and none of us could catch up. Finally, he tore through the wall of fire and ran to the other side. We followed behind. Oh man. He's a real track star all of a sudden. When we got to the city ruins, something unexpected happened. All of a sudden, a large object shaped like an onion appeared out of nowhere and captured Ima, who'd been running ahead of us. A what? What the heck is going on? I'm getting a CG of this shit. Ima! The onion object then flew high up into the air with Ima and vanished out of sight. What the fuck did I just read? What? What just happened? And what was that thing? I don't know. I don't even know what it looks like apart from the fact that it kind of resembles an onion. I'd seen that onion-shaped thing before in the previous timeline. That was probably a commander. Oh, right, okay. Yes, Quinzale.
And that's how a true lady slaughters her prey.
The onion was felled via tomato. Okay, I didn't realize Quinzale could kidnap people. I thought he just laid eggs. Oh, very grotesque indeed. Are you serious? Ima's been captured by the enemy? No way. That can't be true. It's alright. We could probably figure out where they went. What? You know how Ima's been rather emotionally unstable lately, right? So much so, I thought he might just end up and go missing. He might just up and go missing one day, so I secretly planted a transmitter in his body when bringing food to him. We should be able to see where they took him from the war room. Well, Tsubasa, I really appreciate your very forward thinking. You clever girl, you. Okay, let's all head back for now. Wonderful. Okay, we can take out a commander and a base while we're at it. We traced the transmitter and quickly figured out exactly where Ima had been taken. It was the enemy relay station we'd visited in the previous timeline. We immediately started making a plan to get Ima back. After some discussion, we decided to split into two teams. The rescue team, me, Hideko, Takamaru, Tsubasa, and Kurata. The defense team, Nozomi, Moko, Kyoshika, Yugamu, Shoma, and Darumi. Okay. Must we rescue him even though he may very well be the killer? It's not set in stone yet. Yeah, unfortunately, he is innocent until proven guilty. We've just got a handkerchief to go on, right? What if it was all a mistake? Could you ever live with the fact that you abandoned an innocent friend? This is why the death penalty is a risky business. I knew you would say that. I was just making sure. Having only 5 people on the defense team is not very reassuring. Yeah, can't we add one more or something?
No, what if the enemy attacks in the meantime?
Can't afford to be lax on home security. Plus, Shoma's here, right? He's the tank. He's defense manifested. In that case, Takumi... Yeah, it's time. Everybody follow me. Alright, get on the bus. Is that what it sounds like? Oh, right. Go into the courtyard. Ava, you're up. Sir Takumi, Lady Ava is out and about now. Why have you done such a thing? Yeah, as you can see, I let her out. But why? I intend to let her join the rescue team. Huh? I explained about the bomb in Ava's body and the remote detonator we'd made to trigger it. And you really think this'll work? Huh? You feel she's acting suspicious, you can press the button to blow her up yourself. Huh? I put the remote detonator into an astonished Hideko's hand. Now, do you feel reassured? Hideko fell silent at my words. After a few moments, she said, Have it your way. Thank you for having me on the team. I look forward to being useful to you. Okay, well, we're gonna kill one of your commanders, okay? And destroy one of your bases. Can you handle that? I hope so. Alright then, we'll be right back. With Ima. Good luck. Stay safe. The rescue team set off for the enemy relay station, where Ima was being held captive. Okay, hopefully he's still alive by the time we get there. And not drained to a husk. Not that the commanders can do that. That's taboo. By the time we got close to the relay station, the sun was just starting to rise. We got off the bus and climbed up a small hill to survey the relay station. Yep, there it is. Okay. What's the plan?
We don't know where exactly Ima is being held in this base, but that doesn't matter. Let's just bust in there and start kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah, you guys already saw how that commander could fly.
I like how there's so many different combinations of people that could be on this bus that they designed CGs. And I guess they just like copied and pasted people as they went. But no, Takamaru's like taking up 2 seats there. I don't know. But I think it's pretty cool.
That has to be Quinzale.
Quinzale? Is that his name?
Yeah, I'm actually happy to kill him because nobody actually likes him on the commander side of things.
Yes, and he's an absolute creep. Feel free to make mincemeat out of him.
Yep, there we go. She said it.
A flying enemy? sounds like a headache already. How do we even get to him?
That's why I bought Kurata, who happens to be alive this time around. Usually she's not, and I have to get Nozomi to do the job, but thankfully...
We'll be fine with my specialist skill on our side. I'll whip up some surface-to-air artillery and knock him down in one shot. The thing is, I'll have to start crafting it after he actually appears.
Why? Can't you just make it now?
This particular weapon can only hold its shape for 5 minutes. After that, its internal pressure will cause it to explode.
A true glass cannon.
Got it. Guess there's no helping it then.
Okay, guys, let's do this. Special Defense Unit, move out!
Alright, thank you, driver. Let's get ready to rumble. Kurata, get building. Pronto. Okay, annihilate all enemies in one turn because we're sneaking in. But we will be skipping. In the interest of time. Wow, there are so many. But there's the generators as well. I remember using them. Good times. Very good times.
Now, do you understand that I would never betray you?
Okay, never is a very strong word. This is just a trial run.
I shall reserve judgment until this entire battle is over.
What if we start fighting a commander you actually like?
Where's the commander?
That Quenzele guy?
He should be here any time now. Aha. Speak of the devil.
And he shall appear.
I am the paragon of repulsion, Quenzele.
Yeah, we are well aware.
He's finally here, like moths to a flame.
Everybody, cover Kurata while she crafts the artillery!
Understood.
Got it!
Okay. No sign of Ima just yet, but he's probably in one of the rooms. Better be breathing, I swear. Or we're gonna be lacking in answers.
It's set. Told you it wouldn't take long.
Yeah, you did. Well played. Now shoot him down. I kind of wish, though, that there was a difference between Kurata and Nozomi building this machine. Feels kind of convenient that Nozomi's able to rebuild it. No worries. I don't know, maybe in the battles, like, Quenzele has more HP when Nozomi shoots it down or something. It feels like a detail that they would take into account. But yeah. But like, maybe Nozomi takes 5 turns to build it or something. Oh well. Thanks, Kurata. Job well done.
The pain. It hurts.
That's what pain is.
Why do this? What has prompted this cruelty?
You kidnapped someone, you dickhead. What do you think?
Serves you right, Quenzele.
You're asking for trouble.
You're... Ava. I noticed you were here a while back, but does this mean you've switched allegiances?
You can't join our team, though.
Yes. It's not as if I had any future in the Sovereign Army anyway.
Suddenly, Quenzele broke off and stared at something behind us.
Overlord Veshness!
I don't know if this is a trick or if I need to look.
What?
We all turned around at the same time, but...
There's no one there.
Damn it! He got me again!
Don't tell me.
We turned back around, but it was too late. During those precious few seconds, the defeated commander had disappeared completely.
He got away?
Freaking coward!
Why did we all turn around?
I guess you could say that Quenzele has been... Quenzled.
I'm sorry, what? What? What did you say? Alright, you know what, Ava? We're leaving you behind. Blow her up! Yeah, take me to the results screen, please. I can't believe that she could make that kind of joke in Future. Like, because she's speaking a different language, we just happen to be able to understand her this time around. After the battle, we split up to look for Ima. I was trying to keep myself as far away from Ava as I could, so I put her on another team because I didn't want to hear any more shitty dad jokes. It took a while, but I eventually found him locked up in a cage.
Ema, are you alright? Hold on. I'll get you out now.
Mr. Semino!
I swung my sword down on the lock and it broke apart with a loud noise. I opened the door and quickly guided Ema outside, but then I saw something flashing out of the corner of my eye, right next to the cage.
A bomb?
The next moment, oh shit! Ah! Couldn't have warned me about this? Am I gonna wake up 15 days later? I instinctively grabbed Ema from behind. The snap action meant my body shielded Ema from the brunt of the blast. The scalding pain ripped through my back. I choked down a cry of pain and asked,
Ema, are you okay?
Damn.
Yes.
You believe me now that I'm not a killer?
But what about you?
Yeah, don't worry about me.
Ugh, just a flesh wound.
As long as you're fine.
Huh? Huh? Mr. Semino?
Oh no.
Mr. Semino! Mr. Semino!
I was just only ticking out of here. I was the only one who could vouch for him, maybe. Everyone else is out for his blood. Day 50. Okay, well, this route's certainly going a lot faster than the killing game route. Okay. I woke up to the expected sight of Nozomi sitting right in front of me. This time she wasn't shocked at all. Instead, she looked at me with a gentle softness in her eyes.
Morning. You're awake now?
Thank you for not screaming and running around like a headless chicken. I didn't have to ask about the day since it was mentioned in the announcement just now.
It's day 50 today.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry about the feeding drips. We went to the second academy and brought a whole lot back.
Oh, very, clever you guys. Thank you.
Oh. Thanks as always.
You should thank the others too.
Yeah, I was just thanking you first. I'll get to thanking them when I see them.
They were the ones who actually got the drips. And I wasn't the only person taking care of you while you were out.
Oh yeah? What, did Ema give me a back rub or something? I sat up in bed. For some strange reason, I wasn't feeling any aches or pains. You seem fine physically. The truth is, your external injuries weren't as bad as they seemed. Which means the real reason I was out for such a long time was because of the fainting disease? Oh yeah, that's right. I think so. Has anything changed? You mean the murder cases? We haven't made any progress. Ema and Dorumi are still denying they were working together. Tsubasa and I don't believe they did anything either. But the others... Something else has changed, though. Ema's been taking part in the defensive battles. What? You shielded him back at the enemy relay station, remember? He said he's joining the fight for you. I see. I thought he'd be, hesitant to join the fight because Kako's not around, but I guess I managed to change his opinion on that. That said, he's still as reticent as ever, and hardly ever leaves his room otherwise. Who can blame him, though? Other than Tsubasa and me, everyone's suspicious of him. But he did say that he was willing to tell you and only you everything.
Huh?
Really? Yep. So go find him later, okay? Later? What, were you expecting me to not act right now after what you just told me? I jumped up and dashed outside immediately. Straight to his room. Sheesh, Nozomi. Mr. Semino, first of all, thank you for saving me that day. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Don't mention it, really. What I really want to hear from you is some answers. Ema nodded firmly. I was going to tell you everything after you woke up anyway. Not only because I owe you a debt of gratitude, but also because I'm now sure you couldn't have been the killer. Because the real killer would never risk his own life to save me like that. I guess all I have to do to convince people that I'm not the killer is to save their life. First it was Takamaru, now it's Ema. Dorumi, can you get yourself into some, tragic circumstance where your life may be in danger? It is my deepest desire to find the person who killed my dear sister, and then smash their face in with a hammer over and over again until there's nothing left of it. Yet I am but a detective's assistant. I do not deal well with deductions. So I've decided to entrust this earnest wish of mine to you. I have the utmost confidence that you have what it takes to bring the truth to light. I intend to do just that. As soon as I get some answers from you. Now, first of all, why didn't you kill Darumi? What? You think the killer is one of us, don't you?
Yeah!
Yeah. In that excited tone. When Kako's body was found, you and Darumi were the only ones not in the gym. Unless you were the killer. But that can't be, right? Of course not! If so, from your perspective, only one other person could have been hiding in the storeroom at that point in time. None other than Darumi. Yet you didn't go smash her head in with a hammer until there was nothing left. Why not? Mr. Sumino, I see what you're getting at, and you are right. It was because I knew it was possible for someone else to have been my dear sister's killer. Because there's a hidden exit in that storeroom, right? He nodded slowly in response to my question. Okay, spill the deets. Opposite the cockpit section of the escape pod lay a heap of metal containers. When we moved the heap away, we found a large ventilation shaft. Is this it? Yes. It's big enough even for Takemaru and Moko to pass through. Wow. Okay, so no one's off the table. You are quite right. Have you ever got inside before? No, sir. I stuck my head into the shaft, but couldn't see anything in the pitch-black darkness. When did you realize there was a storeroom here? About day 10, I would say. My dear sister found the entrance first. She was the one who brought me here. After that, we would secretly visit this place together whenever we had some free time. It became something like a secret hiding spot of ours. Why didn't you tell anyone? I just said it was a secret hiding spot. You don't tell people your secret hiding spot, Tamino. I did not tell you before, because I thought you were my dear sister's killer. I did not tell the others because... well... promise me you will not get angry? Yeah. Because my sister and I had intended to flee this place together in that escape pod. That's not possible. The door can't be opened manually. We thought we could do something about that by tinkering with the control system in the war room. I sighed and continued the conversation. But you kept this place a secret even after Kako was murdered? If you'd told us about it, we'd be able to accept your assertion that Kako hadn't killed herself. I promised my dear sister that no matter what happened, I would never tell anyone about this place. She had tears in her eyes when she made me promise. Really now? Did she? Emotionally blackmailing you not to give up this hiding spot. I wonder why.
I want us to live together in the Tokyo residential complex again. Just the two of us. But we have to get out of this place first. We'll be killed one day if we stay here.
Yeah!
I believe I may have dropped the handkerchief at that time. When I was putting it back into my pocket after wiping my dear sister's tears away. I see. This place was our sanctuary. We didn't want anyone else invading our space. Even after my dear sister lost her life, it felt like I would be desecrating her memory by allowing someone else in. That is why I told nobody. Large tears started rolling down Ima's cheeks. I wordlessly held out his handkerchief to him. Ima accepted the handkerchief and clenched it tightly in his hand. He squeezed his eyes shut, and for a long time after that his shoulders trembled non-stop. Need a massage, my friend? After Ima had calmed down, we climbed back up to the surface. Tsubasa was in the garage as usual when we stepped inside. Tsubasa, my ally, in all but one route, basically.
Ima, you're an unusual sight around here.
Even more unusual than me being awake?
I mean, I already heard about you from Nozomi. She's been going around telling everyone the news, you know. She's like a Jehovah's Witness, just spreading the good news and whatnot. Anyway, what's up?
Just wanted to know if there's a recon drone anywhere around here. With lights and cameras if possible. Gonna film a movie.
Yes, but what do you need it for?
It's kinda hard to explain. Can you just come with us? And bring the recon drone. We need it to solve the case. Tsubasa blinked a few times in quick succession at Ima's words.
Alright, give me a sec.
Uh-oh. If there's a ventilation shaft here, that means... Oh, I see how it is now. John McClane visited us for Christmas. Yeah, exactly. If Kako was killed, the presence of this shaft makes everybody in the academy a suspect, including the Sapers for Shoma's case, including me. You still brought me here. Does that mean you trust me? Kinda, sort of. Look, you're really pretty, okay? And pretty people can't be the killer. You don't sound very sure. I'll take it though. Okay, let's start. Thanks. We used the drone to investigate the ventilation shaft. As a result, we were able to make a few major discoveries. Ooh, major discoveries. I like the sound of that. Juicy. Right. In summary, this is what we've learned. First of all, the shaft bends in a zigzag shape a few times and extends toward the school building. It splits into a grid structure halfway and connects to different parts of the building.
Oh!
Anyone using this can basically exit from anywhere they like. Isn't this what, like, what Nigu used during the Veshnis route, I think? However, the bends are extremely narrow, and people our size can't possibly get through them. Only somebody with the body of the size of a small child could have gone through those bends. So, Shoma. Kako, maybe? Kurata, if she doesn't have her tomato head on. Right? Let's just quickly look at our report card. We're looking for... What's Shoma's height? Kako's 153, Shoma's 116. 159. 164? Yeah, Durumi could fit. Tsubasa could fit. Then again, Ima could fit. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just assuming there's like around 160 centimeters is the max height. I'm more concerned about what we found halfway. Yeah, me too. This thing, right? This thing that got caught on a protrusion on the interior wall. Something green. Thankfully, we were able to retrieve it because I had the foresight to attach a robotic arm to the drone. It's a piece of cloth, right? A square green piece of cloth about an inch long. We'll look to our report card again. Shoma? Couldn't be your hat or your backpack, could it? I think you're the only one wearing green, apart from Kurata, but that's a mask. I don't think it's fabricy. I looked at Ima, then Tsubasa. They looked back at me with wide, questioning eyes. It was apparent they hadn't yet realized the grave implication behind this. Maybe a certain incident had blinded them to the existence of that possibility. Yeah, because he got properly stabbed right after. 27 times. Or something of the sort. I put the piece of cloth in my pocket, looked them both in the eye, and said, Tell everyone to gather at the gym at 7 p.m. tonight. Huh? This is quite sudden. 7 p.m. seems to be the perfect time to do things. That was when we had to go to the leisure lounge for the killing game. Now it's for my announcement. Please, just do it. They turned to look at each other. I don't mind. What will you be doing until then? Well, you'll see. Basically, the cliff notes, I'm going to be building a noose so we can hang the killer. I had enough proof to make my case, but I wanted just one more piece of key evidence. So I went to the back of the school, to the place where Shoma had been stabbed. I spent a few hours thoroughly investigating every nook and cranny. Before long, the sun set and my shadow started growing larger. It was at that time that I found something. A faint trace of blood on a corner of a rock. It was maybe 30 feet away from where Shoma had been stabbed. I didn't think blood from his injuries could have sprayed that far. Which meant it was not his blood. I entered the gym at 7 p.m. sharp to find everybody already gathered there. Hear ye, hear ye. Ava, you're here too? Yes, I have received an official release. I have been given Ato's room and do not have to sleep in the cage anymore. Well, that's very kind. I think that's the first time you've ever slept in one of the dorms. All credit goes to Takumi and Tsubasa. The remote detonator you suggested has allowed everyone to accept my presence with the greatest peace of mind. I duplicated the device and gave a copy to everyone. I'll pass you yours later, Takumi. Okay, great. But one of us could be the killer and we might just kill her for shits and giggles. I don't need one.
That aside, what are we all here for?
Well, You see. I turned my gaze upward, then slowly lowered my head to find Shoma, because he's such a short little runt.
I figured out who killed Kako and stabbed Shoma.
Oh man, we even got the one finger up. We're ready. Yugamu, I think, is the most excited. Never mind, Tsubasa sounds pretty excited too. Mr. Samino, wait a minute, please! You just said with absolute certainty that my dear sister was indeed killed. Yes. The situation points to that fact. Who did it? Ima, I need you to promise me something first. Promise you won't lay a finger on the killer when you realize who they are. I won't tell you the truth unless you promise me that. I saw him gritting his teeth with a scowl on his face. Still, he nodded firmly and said, Fine. I promise that I won't lay a finger on that accursed scum. I'll stab him instead, or I'll shoot him in the head. Like, he's gonna break his promise, just like you broke your promise, Takumi, when you said you were gonna board the escape pod during the killing game route.
Good. Alright. Much as I wish I didn't have to do this, here goes.
Alright. Can I have a crayon, please? And some pieces of paper. I'm about to draw a Danganronpa comic for my closing argument.
The person who killed Kako and stabbed Shoma.
Oh, and stabbed Shoma. Okay.
It was. The name of that person is...
Yeah, get to the fucking point. 13. TTX. The escape hatch. The handkerchief with the initials. The ventilation shaft. The green piece of fabric. The gamma field. This is my truth bullets. I'm about to shoot one bullet into each of you. The blood 30 feet away from where Shoma was stabbed. The person who killed Kako and stabbed Shoma is... Oh my god, do I have to like accuse one person out of all these people? Holy shit, this is a different kind of choice. It was Eito Atsuki. Okay. Well. It was me! I'm really curious to see what would happen if I accused myself, but... Wait, what would happen? Is Takumi the one behind this? No. Okay. Shoma. You stabbed yourself? I didn't realize you had the constitution to do so. Alright. Here we are. That's why he's so hesitant to tell us what happened.
The real killer
Is...
you! Shoma Genzaki!
Killing yourself to give yourself an alibi? Well, that's a new one. You were banking on the Revivomatic to save you. That gave you a nice little alibi and also some sympathy.
What are you talking about, Takumi? Have you forgotten that I was a victim too? I was stabbed!
You're also a tiny little bitch, and you can crawl through these ventilation shafts no problem.
Stop running your mouth, and just watch as I expose every last detail of your criminal wrongdoings from start to finish.
I really, really hope there's unique dialogue for each person, but I doubt it. Imagine, though. Oh. A persuasion battle right here? Okay. I'll tell you what happened in chronological order. Let's start with Kako. Her estimated time of death is between 1 and 4 a.m. on day 27. He met up with her before that, on day 26, to tell her to come to the gym during that period of time. So she showed up at the gym, as asked, where you made up some reason for her to swallow that thing!
That thing? What thing?
The TTX. Here we go.
I'm talking about TTX. Tetrodotoxin.
Okay, I'm really enjoying this little route. We got a little bit of detective work and some deductions. It's extremely poisonous. Ingesting just 1 to 2 milligrams is fatal. That's how you poison Kako to death. After poisoning Kako, you put the bottle of TTX in her right hand. Then you block the gym door using a mop as a latch, thinking you could make her death seem like suicide with all that nonsense. Once that was done, you climbed down the ladder at the corner of the stage into the escape pod storeroom. You already knew that shaft was there, because you'd seen Ima and Kako going into the trapdoor before. You did your homework, and went down to check out the storeroom as well, before carrying out your plan. That's why you also knew about the ventilation shaft, you smart cookie, and you used that vent to return to the school building. That's the main reason causing me to single you out as the culprit. The main reason?
Anyone could have used the ventilation shaft to get back into the school. You can't accuse me of being the culprit because of that.
You left your scent behind! I should have explored that possibility.
I can. Because of how the shaft bends in a zigzag shape and extends towards the school building.
Man. I kind of just want to get it right as well the first time. It's hard. I want to see what happens with the wrong choice dialogue, but I can't help but be competitive and want to nail them on the first try. The bends are extremely narrow. Only someone with a body the size of a small child could have gone through those bends. In other words, the only one who could have gone through those narrow bends is you, Shoma. You can't say that for sure. A girl who was flexible enough could have passed through as well, right? No. It's physically impossible. Anyway, there was something left behind in the ventilation shaft. That's what's going to serve as irrefutable proof of your guilt.
Irrefutable proof?
Okay, let's do it.
Let's see this proof. What is it?
Red underwear!
It's none other than this. Red underwear.
Why does he sound like that?
Wait, what? That's as good as saying I'm the culprit.
Wait, what? No, TMI, Moko. Wait a freaking minute. What do you mean by that?
Takumi, what's gotten into you? That wasn't what we found in the ventilation shaft.
Oh! You may be right.
Are you okay, Takumi?
You're blurting out random nonsense like someone's controlling you and purposely choosing to sabotage this case. Wait, what did I get wrong? You have to ask. Give me a minute, I need to rethink this. How about you just give up already? Sheesh. Okay. Well, that failed.
That thing?
Oh, cool.
What thing?
I kind of want to explore the wrong
I don't
answers
know what
since
you're
we're
talking
back
about.
at the beginning. We'll flip through it all, real quick. I promise. BMX, your bike.
I'm talking about BMX. That's right, BMX.
I love how confident he sounds when he's wrong. What? Isn't that the abbreviation for bicycle motocross? You think I made her swallow a bicycle? Anyone would die from that. That's what he's trying to say. You killed her with a bike. Right, Takumi? It's like he's in a Yakuza game. No, wait. I may be wrong. Potassium cyanide.
I'm talking about potassium cyanide, more commonly known as just cyanide.
Yeah, you put it in her tooth and she bit down on it. Cyanide? Where would I find something like that? Not in this school, that's for sure. Really? Really? You left your scent behind.
I can, because you left your scent behind.
What, did you have some chili before you went into that ventilation shaft? There were farts all over the place. The scent of a rag that had been left on the table for too long after being used to wipe up spilled milk. That's how I knew you were the one who went into the shaft. Not even I smell like that. Oh, really? You're saying you smell good? Yeah, he doesn't. Really? I guess I made a mistake. Please don't go around accusing someone of being a murderer based on shaky evidence like that.
Back into the school.
The shaft was pitch black. And you've got nocturnal vision.
Because it was very dark in the shaft.
And, you know, you've always been a dark and gloomy guy. Dark and gloomy guys love dark places. They're used to the dark. That's why it's impossible for anyone except you to have traveled through that dark shaft. Are you actually being serious?
He's seriously weak in the head if he is.
Proof?
Blue hair? Sorry, Darumi. I got my culprit
It's
mixed up.
none other than this strand of blue hair.
Hey, wait! That's more like proof I did the job.
It could even be me. It's part of my hair is blue.
Takumi, can you stop playing around? It wasn't blue hair that we found in the shop. Stop giving the wrong answers and just progress with the freaking interrogation.
Was it?
Come on, try to take this seriously. The viewers are waiting for you to find out that Choma was the actual culprit.
True. My bad. Okay. Here we go. Let's progress. The green cloth.
Here it is. This square piece of inch-wide green cloth.
He sounds the same whether it's the wrong answer or the right one. Out of all of us, only Kurata, Takemaru, and Shoma wear something green on them. But Kurata's tomato mask isn't made of cloth, so this scrap can't be hers. The shade of green on Takemaru's jacket is less vibrant than the scrap too. And he's too tall to go through that vent. Shoma, turn around. Why? Just do it! I just checked. Part of Shoma's backpack has been torn. The torn part perfectly matches this cloth scrap. Indeed, I too witnessed it and have concluded they are a perfect match. You couldn't have passed through the narrow bends of that shaft while still wearing your backpack, but you couldn't leave it in the shaft either. So you tied the shoulder straps to your feet and pulled it along as you climbed up. That's how the backpack got caught on the sharp edge protruding out of the inner wall of the shaft. This cloth scrap got torn off because of that. No, no, no! This is fake evidence planted by the real culprit. Someone's trying to frame me. If that was the case, why would that someone stab you? That one act would completely divert all suspicion away from you. That was your plan. Now, I admit, this next part is all just conjecture. Shoma, you were actually intending to kill Ima as well, weren't you? That plan went awry because Kako showed up to the gym alone. So you had no choice but to kill only her. But that made things difficult for you, because Ima knew about the storeroom as well. What's more, he also knew about the ventilation shaft. If he told anybody about the shaft, this would no longer be a locked room case. And if we pursued the case as a murder, we would eventually close in on you. So you wanted to kill Ima afterward. But it was almost dawn by the time you crawled out of the ventilation shaft. That left you with no time to do anything about Ima. So you panicked and started thinking about ways to remove yourself from the suspect list. That's how you ended up deciding to kill yourself. You could make everyone think you'd been mutilated by the culprit. We would never even dream of suspecting you. You're being ridiculous. This is way too bold a plan for someone like me.
Who would dare kill themselves just to make it seem like they were innocent?
Okay, let's progress normally now. You knew you weren't gonna die permanently.
Of course. Actually dying was never part of your plan.
In fact, you were absolutely confident you wouldn't die, because we have the Revivomatic in the infirmary. But for that to work, you had to die in a way that allowed us to find your dead body quickly. After all, we wouldn't be able to revive you if too much time had passed. That's why you screamed, right? And right after the morning announcement, so that everyone could hear you. Then you stabbed yourself all over and temporarily ended your own life. I can't believe I'm listening to this! Please be realistic. No one in their right mind would willingly stab themselves that many times.
It just doesn't make any sense. We're not talking about cutting your wrists or slitting your throat here.
Germaphobe? Gramophone?
No, it is possible.
You injected yourself with a powerful anesthetic, like Gamafeel. Remember what Yugamu said? At the proper dilution, this substance can numb the body's pain and emotional receptors without causing loss of consciousness. Yep, and I still stand by that. It does make sense. So you're trying to say that I used that drug to do the deed, right? But where would I even find a drug like that? Probably stole it from somewhere.
Stole it from where? You can't just gloss over the details like that.
Alright, fine. There's your detail right there. The biolab.
From the biolab.
That room isn't locked and everyone has access to the shelves. getting the drug from there wouldn't have been a problem for you. Maybe there was a slight issue. You might have needed to find a stepladder or something. Okay, we're closing in. Alright. Assuming that I did inject myself with that anesthetic, which is only something a culprit would say now that I think about it.
How did I get rid of the hypodermic needle afterwards? When you found me at the back of the building, was there anything like that on me? There wasn't, right?
Hid it inside your wounds? No? Swallowed it?
You hid the needle inside your body.
He pushed it deeply into one of the wounds made with the knife. That means the whole syringe should still be in my body. Yes. You must be in a lot of pain. I'm not in any pain at all.
How did I get rid of the hypodermic needle afterwards?
You must have tossed it away then. I just never found it. Or you came back
You
and
must have
cleaned up the
tossed it
evidence.
somewhere far away when you were done with it.
What about the knife? Where did the knife I used to stab myself disappear to? You tossed that far away as well, just like you did with the syringe. How convenient. Did anyone find any of those things at the scene? No. But nobody searched the area nearby on day 27, the day of the incident. You could have collected those items the next day, on day 28, after you woke up. But still, you're just guessing at this point. You even admitted it was conjecture. You've got no real proof. No proof that I threw the knife away after stabbing myself. Okay, we've gone too far now to know that you're definitely the culprit at this point. We don't have a jury, nor a judge. We just have the court of the SDU. I do have proof. It's not with me right now. But I did find something. There was something some 30 feet away from where we found you.
What was it? What did you find?
Champagne.
A champagne bottle.
That's the first time I'm hearing of this. To be precise, half a champagne bottle. Wow, he's even doubling down. He's like, no, actually, sorry, it wasn't a champagne bottle. You're right. It was half a champagne bottle. To be even more precise, half a champagne bottle that had been cleanly sliced in two. Sliced in a way that could only have been done by a knife thrown from a long distance away. Sir Takumi, I feel like someone may have been binging on champagne here, but it was certainly not Sir Shoma. Yeah, I think all the stress is finally getting to him. An airplane! Your escape. You were ready to fly far.
Airplane.
Oh, folded paper airplane. Even worse. When I unfolded it, the words "It was Shoma" had been written on it in blood. Backwards even. And upside down, so I thought it was a different thing entirely. What bit of proof is there to show that it was your doing?
Takumi, you need to lie down or something? It's definitely got more than a few screws loose up there.
What was it?
Okay, it was a blood stain. It was a blood stain.
I saw blood stains. Just a little patch on the corner of a rock.
Threw that knife pretty far. In a place where blood from your injuries couldn't have reached. Those stains proved that the bloodied knife had been thrown over there. That's enough already! It doesn't matter what you try to say, because you have no solid proof!
The green cloth was the only piece of substantial evidence you managed to produce. Anyone could have left that behind to frame me. All it proves is that I could have committed this crime.
I have to bluff. I've got
It's
something.
time you stopped playing dumb, Shoma.
I've got something else that'll prove it's you, so just fess up. I do actually have another piece of conclusive evidence. I've learned this trick from Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. The old bluff. What? The bottle of TTX Kako was holding. Your fingerprints were on it. Yeah, dumbass. It worked.
That can't be. It can't be. It just can't. It can't.
Oh?
My fingerprints can't be on that bottle. I was wearing gloves when I...
Oopsie.
You fell for it.
Got him. Get baited, bitch.
No. That was just a slip of the tongue.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, it was just... Anyway, I'm not...
You should have just, stayed confident. when you said that your fingerprints couldn't have been on the bottle.
Give it up, Shoma.
Because you didn't do it. Like, that's what you should have said.
I'll say it again. The person who killed Kako by making her drink TTX, it was none other than you! Shoma Genzake!
Oh man, that voice acting is incredible. I love it. Shoma, what happened? Did a little pet tell you to do this? What on earth? Persuasion complete. We got him. Case closed. Takumi, you've got a few things wrong, but for the most part, you were correct. It was me. I killed Kako. Back off, Ima, you promised! You promised! You pick you swore. Oh, okay, I did. So, which parts did I get wrong? The entire premise to begin with. I did not kill her of my own volition. I was ordered to do so by a certain someone. Let's call this person X for now. Stop trying to make excuses for yourself! I'm telling the truth, please believe me! Really? You were told to kill her? Tell us more about this order you received. Just before dawn on day 26, I woke up to someone tapping my cheek. When I opened my eyes, X was there, right in front of me. You didn't lock the door? I did! I think X was already hiding inside before I came in. I didn't check under my bed! Under the bed or something. There's only one person I know who hides under beds. What did X say? X said... Were they wearing a suit?
I killed Gaku and intend to make you my next target.
It's the Danganronpa Grey Man from the comics!
But I'll let you off if you follow my instructions. If you go against me or tell the others about my existence, I'll blow up the bomb inside your body immediately.
Whoa. Damn. The rumble when they said immediately. Does this mean he's gonna blow up now, or is X sufficient enough to say that your existence is merely a myth?
Yes. The bomb planted in all of your bodies by that robot known as CULPRIT.
Okay, but then he could just be revived, right? You didn't say you were gonna delete his data from the Revive-O-Matic. Just who is this X person? I don't know. They were wearing a long black poncho. They wore a mask over their face and used a voice changer to hide their real voice. So they weren't wearing a suit, but something else entirely?
That sounds like the fake stabber you made up to fool us.
I mean, it's true I wasn't stabbed by a person of that description, but that person definitely exists. What happened after that? I followed X's instructions. I didn't want to be killed the way Gaku had been. Okay. Man. So in the killing game route, you're willing to die to save us by not playing the game. In this route, you're like, fuck it. I'm gonna kill. X came up with the entire plan. They told me about the ladder shaft, escape pod hanger, and ventilation shaft. The tetrodotoxin, it was X who obtained that Battle Up TTX too. I can't reach that. After that, I simply asked Kako to meet using the script X had prepared. What did the script say? And did it have to be Kako, or could it have been anyone? To speak to her on the afternoon of day 26. Kako, I know about the storeroom with the escape pod too. I did some research in the library, and found a way to open the cockpit and launch the pod into space. So, would you like to escape from this academy together with me and Ima? If so, come with Ima to the gym tonight at 2 a.m. The plan was to kill not just Kako, but Ima as well. Because they were the only other people who knew about the storeroom. Killing them both at the same time in a locked room would make their deaths seem like suicide. But only Kako showed up at the gym at the specified time, 2 a.m. Why? Kako said this.
I haven't told my dear brother what you told me yet. First, I need to verify whether your information is authentic or not. If it's true, then we set off tomorrow. But keep it a secret from my dear brother, alright? I want to surprise him.
I I hesitated to execute the plan because she'd showed up alone. But X also told me,
If you chicken out and do nothing, I'll still blow you up.
So, I passed Kako a water bottle mixed with TTX. And she just took it and drank it? Ikumi more or less covered in what happened after that until I returned to the school building. Except, I had not foreseen that my backpack would get torn along the way. After returning to the first floor of the school building, I was at a loss because I didn't know what I was supposed to do about Ima. It was going to be difficult to kill him because the sun had already risen by then. Suddenly X appeared again.
Ima probably knows about the ventilation shaft. If he spills the beans, they'll all know Kako didn't die in a locked room.
The way X said probably makes it me think that it is Kako playing X.
They'll start investigating the case as a murder instead of assuming it was a suicide. The morning announcement will be playing soon. You won't make it back to the roof in time. Somebody will realize you were out and about before dawn.
Same with the somebody, you know? She's just got a very particular way of saying some words, and yeah, that sounds like her enunciation.
But rest assured, for if you do as I say, you'll never even make it to the suspect list.
That's why you went to the back of the building and...
Yes, I'd been left with no other choice. But I was hesitant right up until the moment I injected myself with the gamma field. But if X was there, why didn't X just do the job for you? Why did you have to stab yourself? Couldn't X have just stabbed you, if that was the script? Once I did that, it was as if my sense of fear completely evaporated. Oh, X gave me the gamma field as well, along with a knife and syringe. I'm pretty sure X must have been the one to collect the knife and syringe that I dropped after I did the deed. Because I know I definitely didn't retrieve them. The story thus told, Shoma slumped his shoulders and bowed his head deeply. Was he about to be, quote-unquote, executed, Danganronpa style? The silence that followed stretched on, until Hirako finally spoke up. I just have one last question, Shoma. Do the words back or heart ring any bells? Back or heart? No, I have no idea. Thank you. Your reaction was the answer I needed. I guess that's that, Takumi? So, he's not the one who extracted the organs? Yeah, X must have done it. If Shoma wasn't involved in that particular affair. Everybody was looking at us in confusion. Probably because nobody knew that someone had stolen the hearts from the dead bodies. Phantom thieves are at it again! Then Shoma started trembling like a leaf, as if he suddenly remembered something. Oh no, that's it, I'm gone for! I told you about X! The bomb inside me is going to blow up now! Get back!
Nothing's happening.
Did this X person lie to you? I think they must have. An amateur can't possibly make a detonator for the bomb in our bodies. Only someone with my level of skill and experience. So Mr. Ginzaki won't be executed? I don't know, I think it's too early to say that. Stay away. Stay back. Then I'll do it myself! I'll kill you! I'll tear you limb from limb! Ima let out a guttural roar and charged towards Shoma so quickly, nobody had time to react. He shoved Shoma to the ground, clambered on top of him, and started strangling him so hard that it almost seemed like he might rip his head off.
Go to hell!
It's not enough, you're gonna need to absorb him.
Ima, no!
I ran over in a panic and pulled Ima off. Shoma had fainted and was frothing at his mouth. Yugamu darted over and conducted a quick check. Hang on a second. Shouldn't Shoma, like, broken out into hives when he killed Kako? I mean, I don't know how it works. Technically, Kako killed herself if she drank the poison, but he gave it to her. I don't know, like, you know, his reaction would go like that, but yeah, he should have been, like, fully allergic and, like, crawling through with hives all over his face. through the ventilation shaft. Maybe that's why he took so long. I don't know.
He's fine. Just passed out.
Damn it! Damn it! Dear sister! My dear sister! My dear sister!
Well, justice has been dispensed, sort of. We found the killer. After that heartbreaking outburst, Ima simply collapsed on the spot. Nozomi and Tsubasa rushed over and started comforting him. Everybody else was at a loss, simply staring quietly at Ima as they stood rooted to the spot. The sound of Ima's pained wails echoed coldly and endlessly through the walls of the building. Shoma.